Hello, everybody out there. So for today's video, right off the bat, gonna let you know it is going to be slightly controversial, but I don't really care because it's something that needs to finally be said out loud by somebody in the universe. And it's something that I've been saying for probably the last 4 or 5 years. And I finally wanted to put it into video format so hopefully more people can see it other than my immediate friends and family group. So I kind of just want to give that warning off the bat is it's going to be a little bit more controversial, maybe a little bit more triggering, so just be aware of that before we get into the actual video. For the topic of the video, what I wanted to talk about was this idea of people being political activists but really not doing anything to further their cause and basically just wasting time and wasting their energy and just being those people. If you don't know what I mean, watch the video. If you do know what I mean, watch the video. It's going to be interesting, maybe a little bit ranty, but we'll see. Before we hop into the actual video though itself, if you could go real quick down and... You thought I was going to say like and subscribe. No, you don't have to like and subscribe. You can if you want to, but I hate asking people because everybody on YouTube asks you to like and subscribe, and I don't want to be like everybody else. And hopefully you don't want to be like everybody else. If you could share the video, whether you share it with someone directly by tagging them in it, or message them the video, or if you just want to let somebody know about the channel, that'd be greatly appreciated. That's the whole idea of the Greater Than movement, is trying to improve 100 million people's lives. And I said 100 million people's lives. Small ways, big ways, somewhere in the middle. And the best way for that to be accomplished is for you to share the content so more people can see it quicker, more directly. And hopefully if you're sharing with somebody, they'll get something out of the video and or they'll just enjoy the video. So either way, they're getting to see the content. Hopefully they can watch the other videos that I've done and it will hopefully improve their lives. So for the actual video, hopping right into it, it's something that I've thought about, like I said, for about the past 4 or 5 years. And I've said it to a lot of people around me, and recently was listening to a song by an artist that I will not name, and they said the exact same thing that I had on my heart. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to say it. He said it in the song. Like, I'm going to put it out into the universe, and hopefully it impacts some people in a positive way. In my time, it makes me sound like I'm so old. In my days, when I used to live in Portland, Oregon, went to school in downtown Portland, Oregon, and lived in downtown for a good portion of my time, I got to see a different side of the world. I got to see a lot of people who were very charged in a positive as well as sometimes a negative way about certain political or social topics. People were very passionate. People wanted things to change. People wanted the world to be different, and they were going to talk about it and express how they felt about different things. So for me, in my life, though, I quickly realized that a lot of people resort to basically just doing one of two things. Either they're talking to their friends or family about it and saying, this needs to change, this needs to change, this needs to change, whatever it may be. Or number two, the most popular one, is they go on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, I don't care what it is, and they're going on there and they're ranting, whether it's a video or a post or a picture, saying that all this stuff is terrible and needs to change and people need to care about it. But at the end of the day, I really got to challenge people out there. Whether you fall on one side of the political spectrum or the other, it doesn't matter. Whether you're over here yelling about gun rights or you're yelling about abortion or you're yelling about whatever. I mean, I guess you don't have to be yelling, but you know what I'm saying. Something that's important to you. You have to realize that when things actually are going to change, people have to do actual things. So, and this is why it's kind of a triggering video, is I'm kind of calling people out. If your idea of social change is posting stuff on social media or talking about it or complaining about it to your friends or family or significant other, in reality, nothing's going to change. That is not social or political activism. That is you feeling good about yourself because you're telling people how passionate you are and how much you care, and your friends and family and coworkers and whoever else that follows you on social media know that person's championing. Oh my good God. Championing? I can't even think of the word. To champion? They're champion? I don't know if that's an actual phrase. I can't think of it. They are the champion of that cause. I don't even know if that was correct at all, but I'm sure there's a way to say it, but my brain's not getting it, so we're going to keep going. But basically, they are trying to lead a charge for this cause, and it's part of your social identity. But this is where I'm challenging you and calling you guys out, no matter where you fall, no matter what the issue is. Posting stuff on social media isn't doing anything. Talking to your friends or family that probably agree with you already the majority of the time isn't doing anything. You're not being a social activist. You're not being a political activist. All you're doing is just spitting crap out in the universe that's not going to create actual change. I'd like really take a step back and think about it. When we've seen big political movements or social movements in this country, people are giving speeches. They're talking to people about it on a bigger platform. And you know what? You might be somebody out there, and if you are, then realize I'm not talking to you. But you might be someone out there who has, like myself, you got a few followers on YouTube and you're talking about something you're really passionate about. But you know what? At least you're trying to reach a broader audience. It's not just people on Facebook or your friends or family. You're trying to put this information out there. You're trying to champion, that's the right word, to champion. You're trying to, I can't believe I couldn't think of it. You're trying to champion this cause. So I will give you not just the benefit of the doubt, but I'll tell you that you're trying to do something positive. It's a little bit bigger than yourself. But when things really changed in the past, whether it was equal rights for women or equal rights for people of color or any other social or political thing, people have had to go speak, people have had to march, people have had to organize rallies, people have had to actually go out and do things other than just going on social media or talking to the people in their circle, talked about it before, the whole echo chamber thing, that are going to agree with them anyways. You're not doing anything. You're not changing anything. If you care so much, if you're so passionate about something, go do something about it. Because if you're not actively doing more than posting on social media or talking to your friends or family about it, nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to be any different because you're in a little microcosm of people that you know. You got to go out and do some actual stuff. Something I tell people all the time, because I hear it, especially from friends, family, obviously, around me. It's not usually, I don't say it on social media, I say it to people in person, is you're saying that this is such a big issue. You're saying this is so important and it needs to change and it needs to be different and we got to do something about it. Okay, well, here's my thing. I always ask them, if it's so important, what are you doing about it? Oh, well, you know, I talk to people about it, and, you know, I put stuff on social media, or, you know, I try and be involved, and I'm like, okay, but like, what are you doing to actually change it? Are you going to a rally? Are you part of a group that's actively talking about it, trying to figure out a way to change things politically, socially? Are you trying to speak out to people on a broader audience in a bigger way, somehow, some way out there? Because if you're not doing any of those things, and you're not running for political office, because those are the two ways things change. Big groups of people pushing for things to change, talking about it, rallying around it, and putting actionable steps out there to make change, or people who are in political office who hear these people or have their own ideas of what needs to change. If you're not doing one of those two things, stop. Because if you're that passionate about it, then you need to do something about it other than post on social media, other than talk to your friends, family, and coworkers about it. And I'm challenging people out there. I'm really challenging you to think about what you're doing. I'm not saying that anything that you're wanting to champion or change is wrong, that you shouldn't do it. But what I am saying is if you're so passionate about it, and I saw this a lot when I lived in Portland, Oregon. If you're so passionate, do something. Run for some sort of political office. Get involved in a group. Go rally. Go march. Go speak. Do something. Go to a city council meeting, a chamber council meeting. I don't care. Go do something other than just sitting at home, posting on the internet, and talking to people around you. Because if you're doing that, it's not that important to you. I'm not telling you not to care. I'm not telling you to just shut up. In a way, I kind of am. Like, I'm not telling you not to talk about it at all, but, like, realize that it's not that important to you. Because if it was, you damn well would be doing something more. Period. And I need people to really take a step back again, like I said, and think about it. If you're not doing more than those couple of things, then it's not going to change. It's not. Like, all the big things that have changed in the world, in our government, in our society, especially in the United States, has been changed or has had steps towards changing because people have actually done more than post stuff on social media and talk about it with people around them. And again, I get it, like, you want people to know you care about this and all that jazz, but unfortunately it puts you in kind of a bad box because then it just looks like you're looking for clout. You're looking for people to be like, yeah, this person feels this way and they're so cool for that. But if they're so cool, they be doing something, man, or lady. They would be. So that's my video. I just feel like there's so many people that I know on both sides who have this mentality that things need to change, that things are wrong with the government, things are wrong socially, but they're not doing enough about it. They're not truly doing anything about it. Doing those things does not make you a social justice or a political justice warrior. It just makes you like everybody else. It really, really does. So if you want to change the world, if you want to change our government, if you want to change our society in this country or in the world, like I already just said, you got to do more. Or take a step back and realize and be honest with yourself that it's not that big of a deal to you. Because if it was, you would be. So that's what I got for the video, guys. Hopefully it is, I guess, just some insight, and hopefully it does some positive things. I don't want it to be negative. I don't want people to be like, oh man, like I suck, or like, oh man, screw this guy, he doesn't know what he's talking about. What I want it to do is for people that are actually serious, that actually want things to change, I want it to be motivating and inspiring, where you're like, damn, nobody's ever called me out before. He's not saying I'm wrong. He's not saying he doesn't agree with me, because there's a lot of political things that I don't talk about that I do believe in. But I realize that me posting on social media, me talking to people about it, isn't going to actually make actual change in this country, in this world. That's why I do these videos. I know a lot of people don't watch them, but I do know that at least I'm trying to put something out in the universe on a bigger, grander scale. And if it was something politically charged, I damn well would be more involved. Somehow, some way, because that would mean it's that important to me. But I don't, because it's not that important to me. It sounds kind of bad about me, but like, they're not end of the world things for me, if I'm being 100% honest. So hopefully it lights a fire under some people, motivates some people, put some like positivity, some light out into the universe, showing you that either take a step back and realize it's okay, you're not doing anything, chill, it's not the end of the world, don't fight people about it, or to get more involved and make actionable change in our country, in our world, whether it's politically or socially. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. Again, at the end of the day, the whole idea about these videos, again, like I said, is just trying to be positive, inspirational, spreading light. It's about love at the end of the day. But also, sometimes when you love people and you care about people, you gotta tell them the truth and give them the hard reality checks, the hard truth that they need to hear. So again, guys, at the end of the day, stay healthy, stay safe. Remember, above all, be greater than, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Have a fantastic evening and stay blessed. Bye-bye.